Ohayo.
Ohio.
Welcome to Soul Japanese Podcast, that we talk all things about Japan from a Japanese
And a foreigner's perspective.
We're your hosts. My name is Ryusuke.
And my name is Matt. Thank you for joining us today.
ありがとうございます。今日は、
はい。
It's already February. What day is the special day we have?
I guess it's like an unofficial holiday. Not a holiday, but a special day in Japan. Yeah. So if you remember from last year, maybe.
Yeah.
February 22nd.
Yeah. It's National Cat Day in Japan.
Yeah. Yeah.
You want to explain why National Cat Day is February 22nd? I think we explained this last year with kind of similar episode.
Yes,
but just make sure everybody remembers.
So that was a slight clue. So if you know the sound the cat makes in Japanese, in Japan, is nya. And this is one of those days. There's a lot of days like this in Japan where they stretch the meaning, in my opinion. But because February is the second month, and it's the 22nd day of the second month, you would say ni ni ni.
Ni,
which sounds kind of like saying nya nya nya.
Nya, nya, nya.
Nya.
That's
which
why.
Is the sound a cat makes, and that's why. It's a pretty, I'd say it's a kind of lame explanation, but, like, I get it.
I love it.
Ni, ni, ni. Nya, nya, nya. Is ni, ni, ni like a koneko? Does a koneko make that sound, a kitten?
No, then we say me. Like
me,
really?
Me,
yeah.
me. Okay. Huh.
Yeah.
Now I'm like, did Luna and Artemis go nya nya nya? Okay.
Yeah.
Fine.
Anyway, what I understand about cat is it's getting popular. I mean, they always exist in the world, obviously, but
yes,
I just feel there's more cat person in general than before. What do you think? I know you love cat. I love cat.
I think it's spread. It's like a a disease. No,
cat disease.
Like infection of toxoplasmosis. No, but we look that up anyway. It's. I feel like the internet exacerbated cat fanaticism because there's so many cat videos and then like people learning about Japan and like cat islands and stuff. So it's like almost like cat tourism. Like there's so many like cat things.
Yeah, but because of Cat Day episode, I think we can talk about anything about cat. But of course, we're gonna focus on one very famous cat. But before that, I always dog person. Before until I had a cat in my apartment with me all the time. That changed, like it completely changed my idea of cat, and then I was almost shocked how they are so how to explain, like very close to you when you actually be with cat.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
People have a lot of experiences with cats that are like more aggressive or like
they don't really friendly enough to you. But now I know why, because you're not the owner. Simple. That's it.
and honestly, some cats can be like that. I know dogs can be like that too. There's like cats I know, like people I know who've had cats that like hiss at me and like hate me, but then are like super affectionate with their owner. Whereas like I have two cats, and my two boys, and even my previous cat are super friendly. They like we could have like 20 people over, and the cats will be out like hanging out with people, like, you know, people are petting them and stuff. So like I'm always like, you have to just find the right cat, and the cat has to have trust in you. And I think people, this is cat propaganda. People have to, like, you know, understand that you don't treat every animal like a dog. You know, like a bird is different from a dog, and a cat is different from a fish. Like you don't treat them all like the same. Like a cat just responds differently to you.
Yep.
You know, and you just as soon as you get on the same wavelength, everything's fine.
Exactly. That's why I was like, once I had my cat, I was like, oh my goodness, how adorable. And then like they just want to be with me all the time. And and the most good time is kind of like when you feel like you don't want to do anything, you kind of like down. But then cat comes to you, snuggling you, and then basically everything is over. I'm like, all right, I don't care about anything. I have her. I'm okay. She's so adorable. She's just being happy with me. Why this problem issue in my head is matter? If I saw this, you know, like a peaceful looks like almost like a doll, like a nuigurumi, but it's actually they have their own way to show how they love me. I love cat now. I love dog too. I love both.
Yes.
Yeah.
I like both, but I do love cats. And yeah, I remember when you had your cat, because I cat sat for you.
Yes.
And
it was so cute.
And when you had the kittens.
Yeah.
That's actually my first time seeing like freshly born kittens.
Yes, I think I showed you. Maybe I need to talk about this a little bit. Yeah, right. You're still in Toronto that time.
Yeah, I got to like interact with them. Yes. So cute.
Yeah. So I basically the rescue cat from my friend's like farm, because like she was outside. Then I rescued them. Then ended up this cat was already pregnant. So at my bachelor apartment that time, I get 6 other kittens. And we found everybody's home instead of one kittens, because we wanted to keep it. So it was so cute. Mimi, Gigi and Mimi.
Gigi and Mimi.
Yeah, Gigi's from the
Kiki's
delivery service. Yes.
Everybody names their cats like the same, like pool of 5 names. I feel like even me, my former cat, like Mochi, like you know how many people name their pets Mochi? Like everyone names their goddamn animal Mochi. Like
Mochi, Sushi, Wasabi.
What else? Shiro,
Kuro, Nori.
No fucking originality at all. Anyway, it's here. You know what the English ones are?
No.
Like,
hold on. No.
like I remember at least growing up, it'd be like button, or like or like buttons, or like my grandmother's cat was like Bootsy, or like I've known multiple people who had a cat named Muffin.
Okay.
Things like that, like really stupid. Anyway, those are, I don't know what the trends are now. I think everybody likes to name their cat or their pet like a Japanese name.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, because like the animes they watch, like everyone like with a cat and a Shiba Inu, like
yes.
Anyway, which is basically the cat dog, but
Anyway.
So we're going on cat tangent, but that's the spirit of the day, really, is to talk about cats. So.
Exactly. Yeah.
We're on brand. We're on topic. And just on that note, my cats are named Dongo and Pazu. Pazu is also a name from a Ghibli film.
Yep.
Can anyone guess? Anyway, it's from Laputa. Castle in the Sky. That's because my partner's favorite.
Okay.
Also, Also, my partner was not a cat person before.
Until
and then
he
I
met you.
converted him. Yeah,
Yes.
and I converted him by incessantly sending him cat videos.
Yeah.
And then one day, out of nowhere, was like, sends me an adoption page for our first cat, Mochi. It was like, I'm thinking about adopting this cat. And I was like, yes, do it. And then I basically moved in when he got the cat. So he trapped me with a cat. Didn't get him pregnant, but he trapped me with a cat. And so because our first cat was Mochi, we named Dongo Dongo, but Dongo is Dongo because he also kind of looks like Tsukimi Dongo.
Yeah.
He's just, his paws are like little white, little clumps of rice dough, and he has little round white jowls.
Yeah.
He's a tuxedo. And his tail too, so it's like if you put all his like paws and snout together, it's like a little.
It looks like a dango. Yeah.
Display. Anyway, yeah.
So cute.
That everyone who's listening, that is Rusuke's. Oh my god, it's so cute! Laugh,
yes.
which I've now identified. I see you looking at cats, you make that laugh. That
yes. So cute. Yes.
Which I think is a very genuine, natural response for me. Anyway, yes. To get to today's the most famous cat, which we've definitely mentioned before.
Yeah.
And everybody knows. So we're going to talk about Maneki Neko.
Maneki Neko. Maneki Neko. Yes.
AKA Lucky Cat, Fortune Cat, as it's known in English. I'll just say right off the bat, well, we'll talk about it, but when we get into it. But it actually Maneki is beckoning. It's not Fortune or Lucky Cat, but it's just, that's the context of the purpose of the little ceramic statue you see.
Yeah,
is like bringing in luck. Anyway,
yep.
So yes, we're talking about Maneki Neko today. Hi.
Hi. So what is Maneki Neko? Like you said. But
疲れた。
ちょっと疲れたけど。
yeah.
What is Maneki Neko?
We're recording later than we usually do today.
Yep.
So Maneki Neko is basically a ceramic, usually ceramic figurine of a cat. A very, very stylized, I would say. It's very like kind of cartoonish looking. I'll just like classic Maneki Neko here for anyone
ceramic.
Can't see it, but I'm holding one.
Yeah.
So Maneki Neko is usually like a calico cat. So it has like the three colors. You'll usually see it like all white with like black and like yellow or like brown spots. And then they usually have a collar and they're holding a you'll see like it looks like one paw's up, beckoning, which for people who don't really know, might not recognize this. When you're like, hey, come here in Japan, you don't like, Western world, you might be like wave your arm out.
Right. Coming in
like this way. But in Japan, you raise your hand and you just gesture with your finger, like your hand, like as if you're like pulling water or pulling something with your hand above your head.
Oide.
So that's like oide. Yeah. So that's how you beckon. So that's the image of like beckoning. Whereas like to, I guess, most non-Japanese people, you're just like, oh, the cat's like waving, but it's more like trying to say, come here.
Yeah, it's still like trying to like welcome in people.
Yeah. And we'll get to that. And usually it has in its other paw, it'll have a coin, a ryo, I think, ryo, which is a
koban.
Very koban. Sorry.
Yeah.
Very very old style Japanese coin, like
coin.
pre-Meiji, I guess. Like like samurai era coin.
Yeah.
Which is like kind of oblong. You can get them actually in Japan as like a souvenir.
Yeah.
Type thing. Anyway.
Yeah.
So that's what it has, and which is kind of, I guess, where the fortune element comes into. But the name is literally Beckoning Cat because it's welcoming you, and usually you see it in businesses, and it's anyone who like any major city with a Chinatown knows, like so many Asian businesses, like Vietnamese restaurants, Chinese restaurants, corner stores, whatever, will have these cats to the point where you'll see like the tacky plastic gold ones. You'll see the traditional ceramic ones. You see newer versions from like China or Taiwan that are like different shapes and stuff. Or you'll see like sometimes I've seen ones where it's like a giant one with like multiple little Maneki Neko around it, or like Maneki Nekos on the different parts with different colors and stuff. So there's like all kinds of variations. And they're very popular in different businesses, and to the point where I also see them now in like non-Asian businesses.
Even
it's
though,
not just a trend in Asia that started in Japan, but and spread around Asia and went to Asian restaurants and stuff in other countries. But I see them now, like people just have them.
Even non-Asian restaurant or like some fancy bars, sometimes only one Maneki Neko by the inside the counter or somewhere.
It's kind of cute to see. It's like
it's kind of cute. Yes,
universal language of like, hey, like and so they're kind of seen as like we'll get to the like all the meanings of it, but generally it's like seen as to bring in good luck. So the idea of like a cat beckoning you or luring you into the business, which is where the fortune part comes from. It's like bringing in fortune for the business owner because they're welcoming in customers that will pay for the service or whatever. So that's the whole idea of it. But what are the origins of Maneki Neko?
I think there's several theories that it's not really they know, but
they don't.
Right?
I don't think there's any real solid like origin story that you can verify.
Yeah, but we pick a couple.
We picked a couple. So we'll start with the main one, the most popular and well known one. So basically, like so I can say historically, I think that some of the oldest Maneki Neko figures you can find date back to like the Edo period, so like between the 1600s and the 1800s. And there's stores you can go to in Japan and even antique shops. You can see how Maneki Neko's changed over the years and the style. Some of them look, I'd say the older ones tend to look more cat-like, more like a realistic cat than the current popular one. But there's a lot of different styles, and so the theories kind of comes from the Edo period, and the main legend is there was a poor temple in Tokyo, in the Tokyo area, where this monk lived with his cat, and one day a samurai came. There was a storm, and the samurai or lord, like a daimyo or something, someone who's pretty high ranking, came in and took shelter under a tree that was on the temple grounds or nearby during the storm to get out of the weather. And he noticed the cat from the nearby temple beckoning him, and so the cat was kind of like trying to like lure him away, like come to him. And so the samurai decided was intrigued, I guess, and decided to follow the cat. I mean, I'd be like, cat.
Maybe he was like that.
Yeah, he was like, I want to pet you. Oh my god, kawaii.
Yeah.
And I can attest that there's lots of historical records that date back to Japanese people loving their cats. So wouldn't be surprised. And just as the samurai left that tree to follow the cat, it was struck by lightning, just where he had been.
Wow.
And so he was like, holy shit, this cat saved my life. Like, the cat beckoned me away. Or maybe his weird cat obsession saved his life. And so he took that as a sign, as people do in those days, and was like, oh my god, this cat saved me. Obviously, I should reward this, like, the owner of the temple that this cat lives at. So he became a patron of the local temple. And thus the idea of a beckoning cat, I guess, was born as like a good luck thing. So it's not just business there, but the cat brought prosperity to the temple, and he saved the guy's life. This sort of idea of the cat. That doesn't fully explain why Maneki Neko were made, but I think the idea is like the cat, like making here, like I'm gonna sell this cat, and you use it to beckon people, like bring you fortune. Symbolism is in that story.
Yes, because
of the figure.
Yeah, because of the cat beckoning this samurai, like basically like come here, don't stay there, come over here. So then this samurai follow him or her, and after that the thunder hit the tree. Lightning, the lightning hit the tree. So it's like, all right, it means they bring some fortune for me.
Yeah.
In a way.
So it's like have a cat around, and just the symbol of that, I guess, became a thing, because maybe you don't always have a cat, or you have a cat, but the cat's not always going to be there. So anyway, so that's like the main theory, and I believe, if I recall correctly, Gotokuji in Tokyo claims to be that temple.
Yep.
And if you go to Gotokuji, we've talked about before, the temple is like completely covered from every inch with Maneki Neko, and they have their own unique style of Maneki Neko statue. It's like a pure white cat with a red bow. And no coin or anything, no gold on it or any other detail, just pure white cat. And you can buy different sizes, and like the idea is like it's kind of like other omukuji type, omamori type things you buy at temples, like a good luck charms or talismans. You buy the cat and then you like leave it at the temple or whatever. So people, there's like just thousands, I think, like cat, different size Maneki Neko, all crowded together. Like it's just insane. And so that's that temple. So you can go visit it in Tokyo. And I haven't visited there, so I don't know what it's like in person, but that's a place I would like to go when I go back to Japan.
Yeah. And I think bunch of listeners, if they went to Tokyo, for sure some of them already visiting this.
Yeah, you must have heard of the like Lucky Cat Temple or something.
Yeah.
It's on like tourism promotion and stuff. Like I've
like
used to promote it and stuff before. I actually have one. You have one. You have one Maneki Neko from there.
Yep.
And I got one off like Yahoo or something, secondhand, and I painted it to. This is my crazy cat lady moment. I painted it to look like my cat. So I had a white cat. Mochi was white when he passed away. So all I did was add the color. His white cat with an orange ear, like patch on his head, and striped tail. So I just painted the tail and the patch on his head to look like him. And now I have a little Butsudan?
Butsudan.
It's not really like formal Butsudan. It's like the ones for pet. Like people have. So my friend Toru, shout out to Toru. Toru made me a little Butsudan box. And inside is the box for the ashes. And they have that Maneki Neko
right in front of the Butsudan.
Yeah, on top of the box,
on top of the box
inside. So it's like a little shrine.
Yeah.
And then I have like I actually have like the like candle, and I have katsuo bushi scented incense.
Wow. Wow. Mochi must be so happy. I can smell this forever. It's so nice.
I don't have a bell. I don't have the full setup, but that's my little like.
No, I think that's more.
I felt like I wanted. It might be tacky. I don't know, but for me, I was like, I want to try and honor the whole tradition of doing this a bit. So I bought the little Buddhist elms, but I'm not a practicing Buddhist. Anyway, but so that's my little thing. But so that temple has significance to the origin story. But there's a few other stories. The next origin story is pretty fucking dark.
There's always dark story too. But then from Japanese old story.
I think I heard a few. I think actually if you look into it, there's quite a few variations of these stories. This one is So there was like a geisha who had a beloved cat. And one day her cat clung to her kimono. And just to give a little more context, cats behaving... everyone knows, every cat owner knows cats act pretty freaking weird. They make weird sounds. They can sound like humans speaking. They can do funny behaviors that make them seem crazy or possessed. That is totally, I think, why people thought cats were associated with supernatural. Even in Western culture, right? Cats are associated with witches. You know, in Japanese culture, there's Beckoning Neko and Nekomata and all these, like, you know, there's this saying that you can't let your cat live too long because it'll turn into like a Beckoning Neko. You know, these like old ideas. So like, you know, it's definitely a reality, I think, in old Japan that like cats have magical powers and
for sure.
Possess. And so like if a cat's acting weird, it's like a Beckoning Neko. So in this story, this cat clung to her kimono and her employer, thinking it was possessed, which was a pretty normal thing to think back then, cut its head off, which seems pretty dramatic, but in that time you're like, shit, that Beckoning Neko's gonna, you know, spirit you away or something, or steal your soul or something. So like cat's head flew through the air and landed on a snake, biting it, I guess, like killing the snake or like attacking the snake. This makes me think of Maro in Mononoke Hime, when they cut off the wolf's head and it bites the like woman's arm still. So it's like that kind of image. The cat attacked the snake even though
it's
killed.
Head off.
Head was killed. The head was still possessed enough to do that. So it was like, holy shit, the cat was acting weird because it was trying to warn them of the snake that could have poisoned her. So in honor of the cat's loyalty and dedication to protect her, a statue was made of the cat as a memento, and which doesn't explain the beckoning at all.
No,
but kind of gives an origin to the idea of having a cat figurine as a good luck charm. You know, have this cat on you, because I guess people too, like, I don't know. This is a theory on the side that's like totally a tangent. There was a point where the Edo period government made a decree that you cannot own a cat. You cannot tie up your cat or lock your cat up. You have to all cats have to be set free or be able to roam. So if you have a pet cat, basically your cat had to be an outdoor cat or allowed to be outdoors, because all cats were used as micers, right? They're ratters. They're there to control rodent populations, protect rice grains from being eaten, rice stores from being eaten, other essential goods, but also to protect silkworm production. You know, because mice will eat silkworms or rats will eat silkworms. So cats are very, very valuable in protecting vital, stores of food and economic vitality.
I feel like even still these days, like I have like my friend, he had a cat, but unfortunately his cat passed away like a couple months ago. But then right after he passed away, his apartment started getting more mice.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So the cat might have been keeping the mice away. Yeah.
For sure, no? Because like mice knows there's another, like the other animals, and it's a predator that they can eat mice. So
100%.
So like just because there's a cat, and you actually get protected by other insect or
they eat insects too. They eat stuff. They eat kokoburi, I'm sure. And other bugs. So like it's good to have a cat around, practically speaking. But I think so, like, you know, it would make sense to me that you would buy a figure if you can't always have your cat around, because your cat's not allowed to be contained. But like previous to that, there's lots of evidence of like people having cat houses or putting a cat on a leash even or something like that. It's or keeping the cat indoors maybe. But anyway, so there's a reason why maybe you'd have a cat figure, because maybe you can't always have your cat there or a cat there. And then one other story that's similar is like a woman who had, she had a pet cat, but the cat died, or she had to sell the cat or something because she was too poor. And the cat kind of came back to her in a dream to tell her, like, to inspire her to make something in its likeness. And she started making either ceramic or like little figurines of the cat and selling them, and that brought her, you know, fortune because people wanted to buy them. So and people just like to buy cute cat shit. So like that is a long tradition in Japan, because there are stores around Japan that are just, I think I talked about this before, but there are just cat stuff, like cat themed shit, and it's just the whole store. It's not stuff for cats. It's stuff for people who are obsessed with cats. Like tenegui. I have multiple cat tenegui myself.
Plates, bowls. Chopsticks. Calendars.
Photo books. Household items. Everything.
Towels.
I say this, by the way. I have like several Maneki Neko. I have multiple cat bowls, like bowls with cat faces on them from Japan. I have cat-shaped bowls. I have multiple chopsticks with cat theme. I have all my chopstick rests are cats. Like cats lying down, or cats sitting, and the chopstick, the hashi rest on like the tail.
Hashioki.
So I'm that person who buys from these stores. But yeah. So next, though, we want to talk about. So what are like the meanings? So people might not know this. You think of the classic image of Maneki Neko, but there's actually different colors you can get, and different colors have different meanings, and which paw is raised or not
has
raised.
Meaning.
So, so for the paws, we'll start there with the beckoning. So typically, so like the right paw, when you see the right paw raised, that's to attract wealth and prosperity. When you have the left paw raised, it invites customers and people. I would argue that's kind of the same end goal. So you might be a restaurant and you have the left paw raised cat. So inviting customers will obviously invite wealth and prosperity. But you can also have both paws raised. I've seen cats like that too, like woo woo. Which offers protection and good fortune. These seems really arbitrary to me, but
so anyway, whichever or whatever, you get some good fortune. So that's why you should have Maneki Neko.
It's all about bringing you wealth and good luck and prosperity and shit. And so the colors also have similar notations of wealth and prosperity. So like, if you have a white one, a white one, I guess it's like purity and happiness. If you have a gold one, it can be like wealth and prosperity. A black one is protection from evil spirits, apparently. Red is health and protection from illness. Green, like I rarely see green, but academic success. You can see that kind of trend in a lot of like omokuji, I guess. Which are like fortunes that are, sometimes you draw them, but usually they can be put inside little figurines. So like you can go to a temple and they'll have like a dharma, and each dharma is a different color. And you can see which color is associated with what, and inside is a fortune. It's random, so you don't know what kind of fortune you're getting, but it'll be related to that color, I guess. So I have like a bunch of little like, I call them dobutsu omukuji, because I have like little animal themed ones from different animal themed shrines. Usually it's a Shinto shrine. You get these up. You can get them at Buddhist temples too. Or I guess it's either or. Anyway, so you can find little Maneki Neko like that at some temples and shrines and the different colors. But I would say usually you encounter the white ones or calico ones. I actually have 2 white ones and 2 black ones.
Oh yeah.
And I bought the black ones here. There's a shop in Ottawa. Years ago that used to sell a lot of stuff from Japan, like a lot of Japanese ceramics and things. and they always had a wall with Maneki Neko, and that's like where I first encountered them. And I bought like a big black one, and I have a small black one as well.
Wow.
That I bought from there.
Wow.
And and then I have a white one, but the white one's from Toronto. But yeah.
Okay.
But they're all from Japan though. They're all made in Japan. The black one's not very common. But if you go to like, if people want to shop for this, I would say, like, I don't know, like I'd say like actually go to Kappabashi in Tokyo, because they have a lot of like restaurant supply stuff, and you'll probably find Maneki Neko at a restaurant. And I haven't verified that because I haven't explored Kappabashi extensively, but I did go to a similar town, like district in Osaka called Dotonbori or Namba, and like in that area there's a whole street of just restaurant supply stuff. This is where I bought my some of my knives. And they have stores that are literally just like Maneki Neko. It's like maybe ceramics and mostly Maneki Neko. Like I remember seeing like a giant one out front.
And
so
if you want to buy
colors there,
the real one, I think the most providing Maneki Neko now, it's in my province, which is Aichiken, and then the one Matt has behind him now, that type of Maneki Neko with the big eyes, the most popular Maneki Neko, this is from Tokoname City in Aichi Prefecture.
I wonder if it used to have anything on it that showed that.
So basically, that's the Tokoname style cat.
Really? Then, I didn't know even regional style. So that's
what they say. And then and then also one more, the other city, which actually I graduate high school from that city. It's called Seto. So Tokoname is famous for ceramic, and then also Seto is famous for ceramic as well. So they both very well known for ceramic, and then they have Tokoname Yaki and Seto Yaki, but also they both popular for Maneki Neko. And then I remember not last year, but like before last time, I think I went to Seto. Then I actually visit Maneki Neko Museum in Seto.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah. They have, so the Seto Maneki Neko is more skinnier, and then like a little bit more like a smaller eyes. So it's a little bit different. Yeah,
I've seen aside from the stores in Dotonbori, I went to the Arita Toge. Not Matsuri, I guess, but like festival of sorts. And Arita City in Saga-ken, it's like, or Saga Prefecture, it's like the entire town just becomes a vendors of ceramics from all around Japan. And there's a few shops that just had like a whole wide selection of like Maneki Neko and different styles. Like some of them looked really fancy, some of them looked really cute and simple or really realistic. And then like the Nagoya style or Aichi style ones. But I would say like this really makes me think like vintage too. Like like when I see going to shops that have like really old Maneki Neko, like you can, there's a certain style for that too, like probably from like the 60s or earlier, that's like a certain look to it. But
because I remember when I was like kids, very small, my house, there's like two of them at my kisaten. I remember, and I was like, ooh, this cat has big eyes, kind of scary.
Oh really?
As a kid, if you look at them all the time, every fucking day.
I'm gonna just take that image and Photoshop you with like cat ears, like make that a Maneki Neko. I'm gonna 3D print it. Rusuke as a Maneki Neko. That's fucking terrifying. It's more blank though. They're like just staring. But do you still have them?
I think so, because my parents kept everything since when I was kid. So if I ask them, for sure they have somewhere. Maybe
That's
I should
so
bring
funny.
it to Toronto, because they're not gonna need it soon. Yeah. I'll ask them.
My two Maneki Neko, my black one and my white one, sit on top of the shelf in my bathroom, and they have both paws. So like,
Oh, nice.
this one has the left paw. The black one I think has the right paw. So
You say they're in the bathroom?
yeah, because I don't have anywhere else to put them. But I mean, I do have other places to put them. It'd just be like too much cat stuff in one's place.
Right.
So I try to spread out the cat.
Okay.
Oh, I have there's actually 3 in this room currently. I have I actually have like a big Kuro Maneki Neko, a medium-sized Kuro Maneki Neko, and I have a very chichai Kuro Maneki Neko. So I have actually 3 sizes of black Maneki Neko. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, so and obviously the Japanese cat, it's not just Maneki Neko, as you guys know. We have so many other cat-themed character exist in Japanese anime. Like, we can name Doraemon, and I thought Pikachu was cat, but actually Pikachu is not cat, right? Pikachu is
mouse,
what?
electric mouse.
Oh, so they're enemy. Okay.
The enemy, yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I like the cat one. Meow.
Oh, meow. Yes.
I forget. Meowth in English.
No, I think
like
that's
the enemy.
That's same. No, exactly same name. Meows. No, I forgot.
Meowth. Oh.
Nyas.
Nyas. Yeah. Nyas. Like.
Yeah.
It's the same idea. Nyas in Japanese pretty much literally translates to meow.
Meow.
So, I didn't know that before, but if you listen to our last year's episode for Neko no Hi, you can hear all about the different character. From different Neko themed character.
Neko themed character, and then the spot that you should go, and here and there. So. Yeah. So, I think today's episode was all about that.
It was nothing.
Yeah. Obviously, you can hear the voice from Matt. It's so exciting. And I do also.
And you.
Yeah. It's his thing. And I love cat too. So, and for sure you guys also love the cat. And even though, yes.
How do you call a cat in Japanese?
Neko.
No. I mean, how do you beckon a cat? Like, in English you say, psh, 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 or like...
Oide.
So just oide in a cute way?
Oide. So, maneku.
There's no sound, like, because it's very universal to go... Psh, 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 psh,
no, then we do...
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's a thing too in English. Okay.
Yeah.
Huh, just curious.
So, yeah. If some of you guys, the listeners who loves dog, which I totally understand, but cats are other word that if you haven't get one cat in your house with you, maybe if you think about you want one more pet, then the cat's gonna be definitely your family for the next one. Yeah.
Yes. Give cats a shot. It's just so convenient that Pazu just came into my arms just now. Like, he just came over to me just at this moment. I might have been because I was going...
Baby. Pazu.
Can you wave, Pazu?
Okay, anyway. Thank you so much for listening to today's episode. Hopefully you guys loved this episode today. And then make sure if you guys love this episode, give us 5-star. And then leave us a comment on Instagram and on YouTube. We haven't done YouTube for a long time, sorry, but we're still working on it. So we will do whenever we have time. All right?
Yeah, we'll just put them all up at once and then you can binge watch.
Exactly. Yeah. Anyway, thank you so much. またね